Kato, everyone, you miserable fucks, and welcome back to Mucky Hope Productions. I'm your host, Mucky Hope, and once again, it's always a lovely special night because I'm with these two handsome geezers. I'll start off with the wonderful man. You know, it's not very often doing the same time bracket, so good morning, my friend. I don't have a bottle of long whites with me tonight like last week, but how are you doing, Drew?
I'm doing pretty good. It's not snowing here today. It's just very cold. So I'm excited I actually had to watch the episode last night because I couldn't watch it a couple nights ago. Anyway, it's a fine episode. Excited to talk about it. I think that it was overhyped, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. We will definitely get to it. But speaking of overhyped, we got someone who's not on the morning vibe. You know, she's still in the PMs, not in the AMs. Everyone, please welcome truly someone who is very, very close to my heart. You know, she's the Queen V for a reason. Everyone, please welcome the amazing V.
Hello. No, I haven't got on well, look, you're on Sunday, Mucky. Coach Drew is still on Saturday. I'm still on Saturday. So who's the odd man out, really?
Right, but it's still the morning vibes. You know, I feel like we've got the same color lights as well.
It's 6:30 a.m. here.
That's true. Yeah. That's, you know what? And I also think I'm appropriately hyped. So
you're appropriately hyped.
I'm appropriately hyped.
Yeah. I get it. I get what you're saying.
But yeah, but welcome back, V. Obviously, you took last week off. I guess just to briefly catch up, what did you think of last week's episode with poor Ron?
Finally, look, losing Ron, I thought was sad. I don't think he had the most fun that you could have. He didn't have Tom Sandoval levels of fun playing the game, which I think was a shame because he was so terrific. He was so over dramatic when he needed to be over dramatic, and that's like basically this whole game is to be over dramatic, and he was amazing. And yeah, you know, Colton's got a Colton and all that sort of thing. So yeah,
I don't usually pay attention to exit press. I really just don't care most of the time. I paid attention to basically everything Ron did over the last week. So I went into this episode ready, locked and loaded to hate Dorinda. Dorinda and Colton. Yeah, Ron was man. But he's basically just said, yeah, everyone, I love everyone except for Colton and Dorinda, and Michael was kind of weird.
Yeah. Oh man, Michael, wrong!
Yeah. He's even done he's already done a couple stand-up bits since the episode aired. And he's just kind of talked about experience. And that's like people talk about how Survivor and Big Brother, they have a lot of PTSD when they come out of it. I feel like Traitors, I would only assume that it's worse for people that play in that game because it's not like Survivor Big Brother where like you're paranoid about people voting you out. You're in this and you are worried about people clocking you or not clocking that you're a traitor, people being suspicious of you and thinking they might try to get rid of you at a round table, and it's all condensed within 2 weeks. So I feel really bad for the people that come off of this one especially.
Yeah, well, I remember it might have been Bailey even as well, V, or Don, I'm not sure, but I remember chatting to a few Traitors New Zealand peeps from season 2, and yeah, a lot of them even struggled leaving the game because you're either constantly lying or you're constantly paranoid.
Yeah.
I mean, even as a traitor, you're paranoid as well, right? And so it's just constantly like 24/7 paranoia for 2 weeks until you're in the circle of truth. Or if you're jam, you can say whatever you want as you're dying, right? But we'll get into all of that. But it's a hard game to play, Traitors. It really is. And I think unlike Survivor, and I assume with Big Brother as well, while there's a lot of like strategy and challenges and stuff, there's also a lot of downtime as well. Normally you have like a day off sort of in between everything, right? But there is no day off when it comes to Traitors. It is 24/7, hot on the clock, social strategy and paranoia.
Yeah. For 2 weeks. or I think 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ron, the fact that he's fairly, it seems like he's fairly fine. I'm glad to see, because he was put through the ringer during his time there.
Yeah. Well, I guess let's move on to this episode, right? And V, this was hyped as one of the best episodes by Alan Cumming himself in the Traitors history. How are you feeling?
I don't know. Well, yeah. Look, the outfits were very good. I actually think that
most.
I think this is where the US Traitors, I think, is elite in the costuming, the outfits, the insanity that is presented, especially on Alan Cumming himself. So the banquet delivered that.
Yeah.
Everyone was top tier.
Almost everyone.
Well, who wasn't? What, Stevan?
Colton.
Colton was wearing a crown.
He was.
Like,
he is
was
King
delivering.
Colton, Drew. He was.
He had a crown on.
That shit was so embarrassing. If I were part of the queer community, I would be so pissed off at this man. It's cosplaying. It's like, oh my gosh.
It's like Colton does nothing but breathes, and Drew's just like, oh, this is so embarrassing. God, if I was someone who breathed, I would be ashamed.
Sorry, V.
I thought the crown was good. I thought all the outfits were good. I just thought the drama was lacking.
Yeah.
I still love Alan as a host. I still love what he's done for the show. I've been a big Alan Cumming fan since he was in Spice World. I love Alan Cumming. When he said that this was going to be the greatest episode, his favorite episode of either the season or the series, I came in thinking shit's about to pop off. And I do believe that the dinner in real time, like as it's actually happening, probably was very crazy, because you still have, we still had glimpses of it, of Natalie like trying to fight to get this potion, which I know we're going to get to in a second, like Jam being carried off and, blaming Lisa and all that. I can understand how in the moment Alan is saying, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. And Alan has to start raising his voice like, hey, we gotta go. We gotta, you guys are talking too long. We gotta do this. But the way that it's presented to us just kind of feels like, yeah, okay. Yeah, that was crazy. What's happening next? Like it didn't feel like this is the moment that we'll always talk about, because in reality, it was just kind of, even the Jam being pulled away, it just felt so corny.
I thought that was a nice touch. We haven't seen that on the Traitors before. I thought that was a really nice touch, actually. It really, in terms of the murders in plain sight, I thought it was a really good way to do it, because then you're forced to confront it right there. So I think they should do that every time. That was fabulous.
Yeah.
I thought there would just be more opportunity. I think because they had such a tight time frame, I thought there'd be more back and forth, that there'd be more arguing, that there'd be more discussion, that it would get heated. Instead, it kind of fell a bit flat because they had to do it so fast.
Yeah, and just really quick, a comment here from Bloody Money. Hey, Mucky, Coach Drew and V. Mucky is Alan and decided to take Coach Drew. Guards, take him away. Yeah, that's right. Take him away. Right, that's enough hatred of Colton from you today, Coach. Come again next week. Here you go, brother. I love you too much to take you away. But I agree. It's like, because I fell for the hype, right, guys? I really did. I was like, okay, this is going to be something spectacular, right? What I thought was going to happen was, because obviously Colton firmly believes that Lisa is a traitor, I thought maybe it's going to be obvious that this is a setup for murder in plain sight. So I thought Colton was going to try and rage bait Lisa into murdering him, and then she just does it. That's what I thought was going to happen. And then it's like everyone sees it, and then it's just kind of like, I'm a traitor. What the fuck are you going to do? I'm a traitor, you know? That's what I legitimately thought was going to happen, like something like that, right? That was really going to, like, a traitor is spotted. For the first time, everyone catches a traitor literally in the act.
And ironically, it does kind of happen like that, but not because of what the traitor is supposed to do. Like the Jam Jam kiss thing that people kind of latch on to is how people think that it's Lisa, when in reality has nothing to do with the kiss. But she is caught. She's caught for something that she didn't do, and still ends up as a traitor. Or it still ends up being clocked as a traitor.
Yeah. It's like when you get the right answer, but you use the wrong formula.
Yes, you know, that's exactly it. That is the perfect comparison.
Yeah, it's like 2 + 2 is 4, but instead you did 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. It's like technically the same answer, but you know. But yeah, no, I found it quite interesting though. I agree with people. I do love the idea of like the guards taking away Jam Jam, but you know, I do have to ask you, Drew, what did you think of Jam Jam still being able to talk as the guards were taking him away?
I think it's fine. I mean, if it's because of the twist of the round and how it was shaking down, it's very similar to, I won't say it's the exact same thing, but like when Rob got murdered in plain sight, it's not like Rob didn't get a chance to, like, in the moment, like, say, hey, this is murder in plain sight. If you guys see anything weird happening, it's probably that person. Like, when he finally got murdered, he couldn't scream out, hey, this is what happened, this is who murdered me. But I feel like it's still the same concept of, in the moment, Rob said, this is murder in plain sight. Everyone be aware of everything that's happening right now. And I feel like with Jam Jam, that was his version of that, of like, hey, this is murder in plain sight. I just got murdered. And he did it before he got murdered. One of the first things that it said is, Lisa kissed me on the cheek. Like when they're sitting at the table. Lisa kissed me on the cheek. And it's like, okay. So he's just basically repeating what he said before the murder. So it's not any new information. So I was fine with it. I do think Lisa had a lot of heat on her before Jam Jam did that anyway. Yeah. I think this is what pushed it over. Because if it was just Colton saying it, I don't think Lisa goes home this episode. But because Jam Jam was so ingrained with some of the faithfuls, I know a lot of people thought he was could potentially be a traitor. I think that people kind of put stock into it, and which ultimately, so I'm cool with it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm always very mixed about these things, right? It's like, for example, there was a moment in Australian Survivor. I'm not sure if this has actually happened in American Survivor. You can let me know, where when a player's torch got snuffed, as he was walking, he said, "Oh, and David has an idol," and walked away. Now, what was really funny about that was he actually had no idea if David had an idol. But what was funny is that David did actually have an idol. It was just a random guess to try and throw someone under the bus, right? And it's something that I'm like, okay, you're out of the game now. Right? It's like the second Alan says, like something that Rob brings up, which I think he used really well in his argument, you know, in the banishment, was Jam Jam is a confirmed faithful. Why would he lie to us as he's murdered? You know what I mean? It's like, that's a very valid, great argument. And I'm wondering, does this open Pandora's box for you stand up, circle the truth? Was it like, I'm a faithful, Drew is most likely a traitor, and then walk away? You get what I mean? No, so does it open that box up?
And I think Rob was the one that brought this up too. You're not 100% on it. Like, you could think for sure that Kate Chastain is a traitor because she doesn't want to be here, which means she's a traitor. You could think that and be wrong. I think because Jam Jam as a faithful doesn't know 100% that Lisa is a traitor. He can say that, and people can take it as however they want, but it's not like he's outing something. Like, let's say Lisa was a faithful. Jam saying this, Lisa gets voted out, or not voted out, but Lisa gets expelled from the castle next, and then everyone's really sitting there like, oh, okay, then we really don't know what's going on because Jam said this, but Lisa was also a faithful. We're back to square one. So I don't necessarily think it's a Pandora's box because we've seen the reverse happen. Like, we've seen traitors out traitors. Traitors go on Circle of Truth, say, yeah, I was a traitor. I mean, shit happens in this episode. Traitors sit there, they don't out the other traitors, and we move on. So no, I don't really see it as a problem because it is still Jam could have been wrong.
No, I did see that argument because I guess something that I think that could maybe happen now. They're sort of like, oh, we can do that. Is maybe people start using that moment to just word vomit their ideas. Do you get what I mean?
And if shit that it happens on US, like I know you pointed out the idol thing in Australian Survivor and US Survivor. Whenever people say, "Hey, this person's gonna win," if you like, as they're getting their torch snuffed, this person's gonna win if you don't get rid of them. Congrats on this. Hey, you got me. Like, even just passive aggressive comments like that, I feel like put targets on people left in the game. If you look at the 2 Edge of Extinction seasons, like Natalie and Chris both say things like, hey, this is how the Edge people are thinking about the game right now. So like, it is a fun game dynamic that doesn't have to, like, Chris won, Natalie didn't. It's a fun game dynamic because the same outcome doesn't happen every time.
Yeah. No, makes sense. Anyway, so let's bring on V into the chat. So V, we're just having a deep discussion about what your thoughts were in regards to Jam being able to talk after he was murdered. Wait.
I love that. Yeah. I thought that was great. I thought that was really cool. Especially because the murder wasn't super obvious as well. And so he could have kind of been full of shit, but he also wasn't. And so I thought that was terrific. I was sad because it was Lisa, but it was great.
Because something that Drew and I have kind of been going back and forth about is that does this then open Pandora's box of every time you get like voted out, you just stand on this circle of truth and you just word vomit your ideas after you said you're faithful.
Ooh. Well, I mean, you would have had the opportunity to do that anyway. You wouldn't have any additional intel just because you got banished. So chances are you've said everything you're going to say anyway.
Yeah.
She's with me, is what she's saying.
Yeah, you're not V. We had a lot more fun without you, V. So I liked you more when you were away, V. Gosh. But yeah, it's and that was the whole banquet.
That was it.
Yeah.
I mean, the title of the episode is the banquet, like is banquet based. The banquet, is about 15-20 minutes of the episode. Once again, like, obviously I hated Colton's outfit. So I didn't like Rob's outfit either, so that people don't think I'm biased.
I love that.
I didn't like Rob's outfit either, and Natalie's was basic. I want to ask you two about this because up until this season, I might have brought this up last week. I've never paid attention to outfits outside of Alan's outfits. Like, I've never cared. Like, I've never put any stock into it. But because a lot of my friends in the community are more latching on to that, you know, they'll say, "Hey, what do you think about the outfits?" I'm like, "I don't care." And then I'll get online. It's like, it's all people talking about.
It's all about the outfits.
I don't know why it took me 4 seasons to get to that point, but it's like, oh yeah, this is this is something that people actually care about. This is on par with actual game stuff. Like, people care how people are dressing during these moments, and it takes me back to season 2, 1 or 2. Kate Chastain and old girl from Big Brother, whose name I'm forgetting right now. Sorry, Big Brother. Huh?
Janelle?
No, redhead.
Oh, I've got no idea.
That one. Sorry, Big Brother fans. But they're like being very catty about each other's outfits. And in the moment, I was like, oh, okay, I don't really care about this. But like in reality, I feel like a lot of people probably paid attention to that because the outfits actually matter to a large part of the audience, especially the queer fandom, which I get a lot of queer content on my Twitter because I play online games and that community is notoriously queer. Yeah, Colton's outfit, no go. Rob's outfit, no go. Natalie's outfit, basic. Everyone else, I think it was, yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's a thing where like some outfits I'm like, oh yeah, that's fine. I don't take too much notice of it. But then you get someone like a Phaedra, for example, that walks in with their dresses. It's like, oh, stunning. And then you get like the Gabbies, like the Carolyns, coming in with all their different outfits, and obviously Tom Sandoval, like, oh, he is the man, and also like with Boss and Rob coming in and he's wearing like his like mafia boss outfits and stuff. It's like, yeah, he is the mafia boss and Survivor, right? And so it's sometimes it stands out to me. It's like, oh, that's really sick, but then the other times I'm like, oh yeah, it's just a normal outfit.
Rachel Riley.
The fashion, especially this season, how it's been stepped up, especially with Lisa Rinna, who her Instagram is just all about fashion. It's it's become another aspect of the US Traitors that I am desperate for. I'm thinking, like, I want just a carousel on Instagram every week of just all the outfits that I can just stare at over and over, especially Alan Cook. Like, it is just so special, and I love it. Love it.
I think that's why the Traitors US especially is going to have legs to. I think the Traitors US could hit 20 seasons.
Yeah,
and I think because they have the social strategic part that we care about, but they also have the things that people that watch Bravo, E, and all these things care about too. Of we have these, and even if they never do another season with celebrities, let's say they just do it with a bunch of randos from here on out,
they've got to dress them.
People that play those games are going to try to
as part of the
I see Traitors lasting a long time because of the outfits. You can do any social strategic game. Like we've existed for 26 years at this point. The outfits is what makes this different from everything else.
Yes,
I can give credit. I can say that's great.
And I think as well,
after you.
Well, I think you've hit the nail on the head, Drew, with the Bravo, that sort of side of things, where the Housewives franchise, like selling Sunset, selling OC, all that. A lot of it has to do with the fashion and the aspirational sort of idea of it and the creative side of it. And so it does pull in that side of, the Bravo sort of universe. Then it pulls in the Survivor universe with the game. And you get the theater nerds coming in as well with Alan Cumming. And, you got something that everyone is like, oh, I don't know what happened, but Alan Cumming was wearing ... and Lala was wearing a cape that had sequins on it. And, like I have seen people mentioning like there wasn't enough Lala this episode and things like that. And so it really does have little bits for everyone. And just the camp, it is so camp.
It is.
And it's more camp than the UK version, which I think is why I love the US version. Alan Cumming is ridiculous, and I adore this character he puts on and how over dramatic it is. And you just get the contestants, even like Ron, just going like, and it's just, it's hysterical. It's fabulous.
Yeah. Well, I think one main thing that's very important about the Traitors is that the Traitors are still a new game and it's still learning and evolving. Whereas I feel like Survivor's kind of reached a place where like it's not really learning or evolving. You get what I mean? I feel like it comes and goes in waves and stuff, but ultimately it's the exact same. No, he's not. He's making it worse for you. But anyways, but it's like, it's Survivor is not stale, but I think what heavily supports the Traitors over Survivor are the personalities and the characters we get on the game like Traitors. Not everyone wants to live on an island for like a month, right? But I think people are more than happy to live in a castle, in a mansion for 2 weeks, dressing up in outfits, like playing a game of Guess Who, Murder Mystery. Who wouldn't want to do that, right? And so I think the people that Traitors are able to source and get, you know, with UK, New Zealand, like Australia's had wild characters. I know Traitors Ireland's supposed to be a very like chaotic season. Italy's coming soon. South Africa's in the works. Like Traitors is becoming such a massive global show so fast because it's so easy to make, so easy to understand, and people just love it. And I think that's why the Traitors is just so great, is that it's still learning and evolving and adapting. And I think a lot of people are here along for the ride. You get what I mean? And
it's a strategy game that people can play at home. Like Survivor and Big Brother are fun because we get to watch, and like, there are online and live versions of these games, but like you can play Traitors. You can do Traitors for a birthday party that lasts 10 hours. And you know, you get that same experience, and it's like I keep saying, and I feel like all of us are on the same page. Like it has legs to. I didn't realize that they had more versions coming. I thought that we just had the ones that we have now. I'm excited for South Africa, I guess, because I love South Africa.
It's been in production for a while, but it's supposedly coming. So,
but that just shows that like this concept of we grew up playing things like Mafia, Werewolf, things like that. The Secret, you know what? I don't know if we can say that on here. So like, but that one.
Which is very similar concept. Yeah,
that you can just play, and so now people see this and it's like, oh, they turned this into a reality show. It's Jeopardy, where everyone goes to pub trivia. I don't. You guys have pub trivia, right? No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have Jeopardy. We have all these trivia shows. Like it's the exact same thing. Of at a certain point, let's make money off of this game that people play as children or people play at bars, and let's see how many seasons we can get out of it. And I think Traitors is a prime example of. Hey, these people played this in their homes.
Well, I wonder if the producers were inspired. I actually considered Among Us as inspiration. Yeah, that went crazy during the pandemic, and a very similar concept.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And also
Among Us. Oh,
I know that takes you right back.
There's something as well from Nedra Pants, who I've actually played a game of. Well, I didn't play with them, but you know, he was one of the minions of my Traitors birthday party, where I did a mini game of Traitors with only 6 people, and it was absolutely phenomenal. We did 2 rounds of it. It was really great. Every time Alan speaks, I'm expecting an intern to press a lighting button and a woman to faint in the distance. Even at work, I've got my coworkers to play a game of the Traitors while at work.
Yeah,
it's so easy to do. It's such an easy, fun game to do. It's truly great.
The scope is huge. They could pretty much get whoever they want to play it, including normal people. They can really take their pick because they don't have all the health risks and snake risks and it's a shortened time. So celebrities are more drawn to it. I mean, you look at the UK version, the Celebrity UK version, half of them would not be able to put aside a few months to go into Big Brother house or something, or you know, how unseemly it would be. But you got freaking Stephen Fry playing the Traitors. Like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah. But once again, it just comes down to the personalities you're able to get on. Like, Drew, have you seen the UK celebrity one?
I have not, no.
It's really
good. It's so much fun, man. It's
so
like
stupid.
It's a thing where it's like, it's for me, I find it similar to Australia versus the world, right? Where it's like, because I like vaguely know a lot of these celebrities. I'm not like massive diehard fans of them like Australia versus the world, but kind of seeing them all together playing a game like this, it's like, it's just fun to watch. You get what I mean? And there's a lot of stupid moments, silly moments. Is it probably the best season of the Traitors you're ever going to watch? No, but it is bloody fun every step of the way.
I think it's best for the UK, but I can't. Anyway.
Yeah, there's a discussion for another time.
Great, but we could argue the Claudia versus the Alan of it all, but you know.
Don't forget Paul Henry V. He's up.
Of course, because apparently he's a stand-up gentleman in his real life. Anyway, isn't it?
Hey! If we support Michael Rappaport, we can support Paul Henry V.
I will not go on the record as supporting Michael Rappaport.
Yeah, I think we enjoyed him as a character. I don't think anyone
as characters. Yeah, that's where I was going.
Anyone's here saying, yeah, Michael Rappaport is a stand-up guy.
Put one in mind, those miserable fucks.
Yes, she was just a normal guy, and he could just ignore everything in his personal life and what he does outside. Because that was.
I wish Michael Rappaport hadn't turned into what he is in the last like year and a half, because his YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram content from like 2016 to 2022 was so good. Like, he would just go off on like the Kardashians for just reasons. He would go off on the US president for reasons. He would go off on LeBron James for he just freak out on these people, and it's like, this is amazing. I want to be this guy's friend. And then like recently, whatever. So like having him on the season, he had a lot of goodwill with me, because it's like, this is the Michael Rappaport I'm paying attention to. I'm not paying attention to the last year and a half, 2 years on Twitter. Bring Michael back for All Stars, if they ever do any version of an All Star season.
Well, like, I mean, end of the day, right? It's like, even with Tom Sandoval, we talked about Tom Sandoval. Like, Tom Sandoval's the main character of this podcast, right? We stand Tom Sandoval, right? It's like, is he the greatest guy in the world? Probably not. No, you know, he's done some bad stuff, you know, but in the game of Traitors, he was absolutely phenomenal. Like, for me, he takes a cake over Boston Rob, over Carolyn, over Danielle.
Gabby? UK, you lost me at Danielle.
Tom Sandoval couldn't play the game. He couldn't play the game. But he was having a lot of fun doing it.
Carolyn and Danielle, like, Rob was good until he was gone, but like,
At least you don't see Sandoval fake crying, Drew. All right,
like James.
That's so funny.
They called his ass out.
Oh, just him screaming! It was Lisa. Oh God, that's just amazing.
Hey, and Nathan, just to let you know, this Tom guy, I'm pretty sure I showed you this clip, but he's the one that said that girls are better cheaters than guys when he meant to say traitors. That was. Yeah, that was
Bless him. No one was having as much fun as Tom Sandoval.
Exactly. I actually rewatched that clip, and something that I completely missed was Tom Sandoval was like, "Oh no, don't! I know that men cheat a lot better than women," and Gabby's like, "You would know."
Yeah,
it was so great. Love it. Anyways, let's get back to the episode. So we've just gone past the banquet, and pretty much for the rest of the episode is just Lisa versus Natalie. And Drew, we have a slip up from Natalie. She's realized that she's the last gamer left standing, and she's talking with Lisa and with Tara, and she says that, like, I can't believe I'm the last gamer left. Like, we've murdered them, we've banished them. But they're like, you said we murdered. This is Portia all over again. You said you must be a traitor. You gotta go.
Murder is slowly becoming the red herring of the show, because not everyone's a super fan like Michael Rappaport. people just murder and banish when you're in the realms of the game kind of feel like the same thing. Someone's being eliminated. It's going to get to the point where someone's going to have to start choosing their words. Like, I feel like next season, someone's always going to say, like, a traitor. I feel like it's going to be a traitor that says eliminated. Because if you say eliminated, no one can say, oh, this person said murder, or this person said banished. If you say eliminated and just stick to that, yes, it means that this person's
strategy.
Yeah. Natalie's slip up is you brought up Portia earlier. This has happened in almost every season at this point of US Survivor, where someone says a word that triggers something and everyone's like, oh, did you hear that? That must mean that this person is a traitor. No, they just don't know the proper lingo because the show is still fairly new. And like eliminated means the same, like banishment and murdered in the realms of a game basically mean the same thing. They all these words mean the same thing. So I understood Lisa using that as a defense against Natalie. And obviously I feel like we'll talk about Tara because Tara is firmly my winner pick at this point, but I feel like Tara latching on to it and saying, yeah, I did hear you say that. I feel like if we're sitting here talking about season 14 years later, this will not be a thing anymore. No one's going to care that someone said murdered instead of, eliminated or banished or whatever. It's not going to be a thing. So Natalie messed up, but Natalie messed up in season 4. Natalie's not going to, like, if that same thing happens in season 10, it's not a
Yeah. Well, another compelling case of Natalie, something that we kind of skipped over and came to the banquet, was that once I revealed that a player has been murdered in plain sight, there are 2 antidotes, and players must unanimously, they must kind of decide who are the 2 players going to drink it, but they're under very, time pressure. And Natalie stands up. She's like, I'm drinking. Like, she's not taking no for an answer. She's going up there to drink it. She snatches it off of Tara pretty much and drinks it, right? And once again, Drew, we talked a little bit about this last week with Ron, right? Aggressive plays are the most faithful you can be. Michael Rappaport is obviously such a faithful, but he's a bad faithful because he's a distraction, right? Like with Portia slipping up, right? Like, that is such a faithful thing to do because a traitor would be on the best guard, trying to hide into the background, not drawing attention to themselves. So why are we going after the people who are drawing attention to themselves? Same thing with Natalie here. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, Natalie could be a traitor because of that. But I feel like she raises a good point. Why would she, as a traitor, because Tara was not the one that was murdered, why would she stand up, completely expose herself in front of everyone, and do this whole big dramatic play? And I wish Natalie had said this because I feel like a conversation might start going to other places. But what about people who are just sitting back, like your Robs, like your Candaces?
Yeah.
And I think there might have been a bit more onto something. But yeah, like aggressive play equals being a faithful, in my opinion.
For now.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
For now. Someone's going to come in and break the game. It could be next season, whatever. Someone's going to come and break the game and be overly aggressive and also be a traitor. And it'll be like, oh, yeah, when you have a blueprint of what not to do, eventually it's like, okay, I can do this now, and people will just be like, yeah, he's doing this because he's clearly a faithful, because why would he, and then you say, oh yeah, and yes, it could backfire on you. You could still be playing with people that have only seen one season, but if you're playing in a game, if you're playing in season 8 with 22 other people that have seen every season 1 through 7, and you're acting like that, everyone's going to very much assume that you're faithful, and you will have nothing to worry about the entire game because they are paying more attention to what's happened in the past instead of what's happening right in front of them.
Yeah.
Well, V, it's very similar with, do you remember Bree from Traitors New Zealand? How she had several of the how she had like those like meltdowns at like
Yeah.
the round table, and everyone's like, Brie, just are you okay? Just calm down, you know. Like everyone knew she was a faithful because no way you would be that stressed out as a traitor, right? So
yeah, I agree, and I think we've seen that now they're starting to side eye Stephen as well for sort of fading into the backgrounds as per the setup for next week. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as Tara said, you know, he offered her some turkey and she's a vegetarian.
No, that was Dorinda offered some turkey.
I think Stephen did as
Stephen was carving the meat and they went,
carving the meat. Oh.
And he was also with the tarot cards. I thought I would have played up the tarot card. If I was a trader, I would have played up the tarot card a bit more.
Who's Stephen?
Stephen.
That's right. Yeah, it's like gosh,
he's always wearing a comfy jumper. He's got the comfy jumpers on.
He's the one holding the camera that you see in the mirror reflection. He's the one holding the boom mic in the background.
He says he's an actor from
One Tree Hill.
One Tree Hill, but no, he's Stevan from Laguna Beach with Kristen Cavallari. Stevan. The real ones know.
I don't know. I'm not a real one. I'll let you have your moment, V. Yeah, I'm sure there'll be someone out there who's laughing alongside you. but not me.
There would be thousands of people laughing. They'd think, "Oh yeah, Stevan."
Stevan. But yeah, and something that I did find really interesting, V, is how well insulated Johnny and Mark are. They are controlling the banishments. You know, they're like, yeah, these are the targets. We're moving between these targets. And no one else can do anything about it.
Who Mark was. Yeah.
Yeah.
No one's side-eyeing Mark. I haven't heard his name come up.
And neither was Johnny's. I think it's been up for like
murder. That's the trader playbook at this point. That's the trader playbook. Just slide into the background.
Johnny has grown on me in this season.
Yeah, I love him.
I came in as a very anti Johnny Weir person. And yeah, I've really enjoyed him. The fact that Colton is still on his radar makes me happy.
That's the only reason why you like Johnny is because he's still
Johnny has some good ideas. It's Eric who I'm so done with this dude. Like I understand playing a follower game or whatever, but like this man is sheeping all of these people, and I'm just after the hey, I have perfect hearing, I know how people laugh, and that didn't work. I've just been done with this mofo since then. So Eric can go.
Yeah. Now there's still a few like cannon fodder. I'd say like Kristen. I feel like there's potential with her, but she's still in the background. You know, every time I'm like, oh, she's about to spike up, she comes right back down. It's like Kristen. You know, if we can somehow get Eric, Kristen, Stephen as the next few gone, then we're in for an interesting in game, I would say.
It's just sad that Lisa's gone and they're still here.
Yeah. Well,
I'm sorry. I love Lisa. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I love that woman so much.
Yeah. Well, we get, you know, Rob. He commits the rob. He leads the vote onto Lisa, and I kind of feel like really, and I feel like Lisa. She didn't really defend herself that great either. At least it wasn't like obvious like Bob the drag queen being like, yeah, well, you're going to vote for me because you're scared of me, Boston Rob's like, no, that's not going to work, Bob. But yeah, Lisa, she literally just says, I do not know.
Yeah, look,
and
bless Lisa, she wasn't the best at the game. Let's cop it on the chin. She wasn't the best. And I think she was overwhelmed by it. And I actually think now it would have been a lot more fun to see her as a faithful because she would be very good at accusing people of things. But I think she was so careful. She was so worried about outing herself as a traitor. She just clammed up. And she wasn't a great liar in Real Housewives. She's not a great liar still.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't expecting her to last long, but it was like, oh, man.
Yeah. Well, what did you think about Rob turning on Lisa?
Oh, it sucks. I mean, but I get it from his point of view. It's really good for him to do that. And I don't know how it's going to work with him and Candace. Now, I loved it when Candace sent a vote his way, just as a little fuck you across the table. Loves that. Just so out of nowhere, just like, I think it's Rob.
Yeah.
And oh my God. It was amazing.
Well, Drew, once again, I feel like Candace, like as of right now, the player of the season, right? She does the conga line. Rob calls out the conga line, and no one's questioning Candace, right? She is so well insulated to the point where she throws a vote when it's so clearly between two people. She votes for Ron for like 4 or 5 round tables straight, and then her next vote after that is by throwing a vote, and yet Johnny's like, I'm with you, bro.
Yeah. Colton has his little, housewives never vote against each other. I think Tara is a winner. I think I'm rooting for Candace at this point. Am I fully off the Rob train? No, not yet, because in a fun world, Rob and Colton make it to the end, and Colton thinks for sure that Rob is a faithful and then loses. That would be peak television. But let's say that doesn't happen. I need Candace to win, and I think that we are building up to a Candace versus Rob situation. What I don't want them to do next week is add another traitor. Like, let's have these two go at it for an episode at least. I don't throw some newbie into the mix. I don't want, we're gonna add Johnny as the third traitor now. It's like, no, let these two sort out their mess by going after each other and see who comes out on top. I'm firmly in the Candace camp. It sucks because I've been on Rob's side all season. He last week it's like, okay, whatever. This week, because he doubled down and he was kind of leading the charge, unless you ask Colton, in which case Colton says, oh yeah, it's all me. I did it all. It's like, okay, cool. I think I'm done with Rob, but Rob is still establishing himself as a great player. Like, he's a great player. Just because he turned on the traitors and that upsets me doesn't mean he's not a great player, because no one suspects him except for someone who was also a traitor, and also maybe Johnny Weir.
Yeah, well, I think it's going to be very interesting, this Rob versus Candace. What do you think is going to happen between them?
Well, I mean, I would love to see, a showdown to see who could get the most votes to banish the other. I think that would just be fabulous. And
it'll be a close one.
But like, I either one of them I could see in the final episode, because like Drew said, it sucks that you turn on the traitors, but it was kind of the best thing he could possibly do at that point. I think, he doubled down on Lisa, and when he sort of had the Natalie thing right there that he could have played up. But
I mean, he made this decision with Ron. It's like he could have gone for Ron, stayed as a group, which I do think if he, if he coasts along with Candace, I reckon they do probably make it to the end together, right? But no, he's like, no, I'm going to take my shot at Lisa here. And, it's like in Survivor, right? It's like everyone hates Redemption Island and One World because, Rob and Kim just dominates the game, but that's the best strategy that they did, right? But it is more exciting when you have people turning on each other and, doing the devious little stuff together. But Drew, who are you calling? Who goes home? Like Candace or Rob?
Rob. Rob. I don't know. I feel like because he is now firmly attached to Colton.
Yeah.
And Colton's already on a lot of people's radars, I'm hoping that Johnny can finally get his crew together and be like, hey, let's actually vote together as a whole for once. And they go after either Rob or Colton. Like I said, I'm not knocking Rob's game because Rob is playing very well. Like, people trust him, all of that jazz. I don't like the fact that he turned on the Traitors when he did. I don't think it benefits him right now, and I think it actually probably screws him right now. So I feel like Candace survives that, and then cool, bring in another traitor, or don't let Candace just ride this solo for the rest of the time.
I would love that. I genuinely would love to see Candace or even Phaedra. Let Phaedra ride solo for the rest of the way, right? That would be pretty great. Honestly, Phaedra, Tom Sandoval, and Gabby every single season, and I'm not complaining.
Add least to that, and I'll be on board.
Yeah. Awesome. And I guess we do have to talk about the mission, because it does play one big factor at the very end, where players must carry a bag of gold up a hill. They'll have chances to collect more gold, and there'll be times where you can actually sacrifice your gold to earn more gold further down the track. However, the top 6 with the heaviest weights or the most amount of gold in their thing gets a chance to win an extra vote. And if you have the heaviest amount, you get to play a game of Guess Who on who has the dagger. And Drew, what happens if Rob had the extra vote here?
Rob does have extra vote.
No. If he starts off with it.
Oh, okay.
Wouldn't that be really funny? I think that would be pretty funny.
Yeah. So once again, the challenges, it never fails, almost never fails. I just kind of check out for most of it, and I check back in. When we're getting to the end. I need to know, like, hey, what's about to happen? And so all of a sudden I check back in, and it's Rob has to guess who has the dagger. And at first I'm texting my friends. I'm like, this dude really thinks he's a human lie detector? That's crazy. And then he guesses right. Guesses right. And up to this point, again, it's like, man, this guy is so good at this shit. It just really sucks how he turned out.
Rob has the extra vote, and he's with this gang. He's with, Mark, Colton, Eric, Natalie, and they swore an oath not to share who has the extra vote, and they all actually seem to stick by it.
They did, and I was worried he was going to use it on Lisa. Didn't need to, so now I don't care. He can use it on whomsoever he wishes at this point. But a bit like Drew, I don't know. I lose track of the mechanics of each of the challenges, and I just enjoy just people doing stuff. And then at the end, I'm like, what was with the dagger? What does the dagger do? What? And it's like I've not been listening the entire time. So thank you for explaining it, because I had no idea.
You're welcome. Yeah. It's like sorry, my brain just went dead for like 2 seconds. It's like stuff I have to take notes or something, Yes.
And usually I have to take notes as well, because that's the only way I can remember it. But I find the challenges quite complicated, and I just sort of go along for the ride, because I switch off with the explaining of them.
Well, I feel like the way Alan explains it sounds very complicated. So I always write the notes for it after the challenge has ended.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, so basically what you're saying is that this had happened. And that's how I just
write down who won and who was relevant to the final part of the challenge. So
pretty much, yeah.
Natalie and Rob. My notes are Natalie. Rob has to guess who's a liar. It's Natalie.
Yeah. And that does kind of bring us towards the end of the episode. Like, once again, I feel like a lot happened, but not a lot really happened. Supposedly the best episode in the Traitors US history. I can think of, well, Drew and I, were chatting just before we'd gone live. I can think of the Boss Rob versus Bob the Drag Queen episode to be great.
That was shocking.
I still think the episode or the round table between Rob, Derek, and Wes is phenomenal. The whole episode there, even with the Michael Rappaport of it all just going nuts and stuff like that, and like the premiere episodes, I think those are great as well. And it's like even with Traitors New Zealand, I can think like you're called the Gravedigger episode.
Yeah.
But with like Andrew Brunel, that was actually so good, right? And then obviously like Mark doing his thing as well. I can think of so many other great episodes.
Well, I think
this one was a bit let down.
I think what we are missing this entire season, and correct me if I'm wrong, but we're really missing a good old-fashioned, shocking roundtable showdown, like we had last season with Boston Rob and Bob the Drag Queen. Where it is a surprise. It's surprising. It's shocking, and I was kind of hoping we'd get that with Rinna defending herself, but I just don't think she was capable of thinking outside the box on how she would defend herself. So it all just fell a little bit flat.
Yeah.
And so it, I want to be shocked, and I just haven't been shocked when it's come to the round table this season. I've been shocked.
Yeah, well, hopefully this is what Candace and Rob brings us next week, right?
Hopefully.
Yeah, I hope so. Like, I just I feel like some of the air's been kind of sucked out of the season with Michael being gone now. Like a lot of folks being gone now, and we're left with as much as I think because Tara continues to get content, even when like Tara's not relevant really to what's happening, she always gets some type of content on the show, which that's the only reason I think she's going to win, or becomes a traitor. Even with that, it's like, okay, I'm still not like. I feel like my dislike of Colton is what's carrying me through these episodes. It's not I want this win thing. And I think at this point I do like my wanting Candace to win might be on par with that at this point.
Yeah.
But like I said earlier, like, I want Candace to win, but I'd be all right if Rob won as long as he beats Colton. Like there aren't many situations this season where it's like, oh yeah, that was crazy. And especially because Alan has said this is his favorite. Yeah, favorite is all relative, whatever, subjective. If this is, then we're in for a long next few weeks. And that sucks. I wanna as someone who hates drama, I want something to happen.
Especially with Lisa gone, she was so silly.
Yeah.
She's gone.
Yeah. Well, so it does bring us to the end of the episode. V, we've got something coming up technically tomorrow for me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What are we doing?
What are we doing? I was actually.
What did we talk about it today, Drew? What are we doing? What are we doing next?
Y'all doing? I have no idea what y'all are doing.
Yeah, we were just talking about it before we went live. What do you mean? What do you mean you guys are like, I don't know what we're doing? All right.
What are we talking about tomorrow? I've forgotten what we're talking about.
All right. So, everyone, right. Oh, my gosh. I feel like Boston Road trying to deal with
the brains of the operation, Mucky.
Yeah, and the beauty, obviously. But, so, in a couple of days, myself, V, and Drew will be getting together.
Okay, that's Monday for me. Tomorrow's Sunday, so I'm like, I'm not doing anything tomorrow.
Oh, no, I didn't mean tomorrow. I meant Monday. I keep thinking it's Sunday. Oh, my God, this is a mess. Start again, Mucky.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, I know what we're doing.
So, all right. Drew, what are we going to be doing?
We're doing a tribe breakdown of Survivor 50.
Okay. Sorry, this is starting to be like the Amazing Race all over again.
Yeah,
it really is.
I was like, I didn't plan on being here tomorrow, so
Monday.
Yeah,
which
so
is Sunday night for you to Coach Drew.
So Sunday night for you, Drew. Monday for us, V. We'll be going over the 3 different tribes in Survivor 50 and roughly what we think the power dynamics are going to be, standouts on each tribe, etc., etc. And then, if you're like, but Mucky, but you hate American Survival, don't you worry, because while I do, Michelle and Richard's making a comeback, and I will be going over the several returning players on the next Australian Survivor redemption scenes. We've got Dirty Harry, Simon, we've got Mark, we've got Brooke, we've got Kat from Traitors New Zealand, which is outstanding. I can't believe that we actually got Kat on Australian Survivor, and obviously Johnson from Big Brother Australia as well. We'll be going over all of their games, how far we all think they're going to go, and then we've got the boot order prediction for season 50, the boot order prediction for Australian Survivor, and then before you know it, we've got the 3-hour premiere for season 50, the 3-hour week of Australian Survivor, and the hour and a half of the Traitors US finale, all on the same week.
Oh my Lord.
Whoop-de-doobie. What a week that's going to be. What a week.
Such fun.
Such fun. Yeah, so make sure you stay tuned for all that, and make sure you subscribe for Cheeky Naughty Times, everyone. What have you been up to that's cheeky and or naughty?
I have been catching up in honor of Dorinda. I've been catching up on Real Housewives of New York.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. Apart from, everything else.
How cheeky of you. How about you, Drew? I know you're a bit of a naughty fellow yourself, wearing a Norwich shirt. Is that for the English Premier League team, or is that...
That's the school that I work at.
Okay, never mind.
I work at Norwich University.
Never mind then. Scratch that. I thought I was cooking somewhere, but I'm not.
No, I work at Norwich University, and I'm wearing our women's rugby shirt because we have a recruitment event today. No, nothing. I'm ready to take a power nap before I go take people on a tour. So,
God, this channel's so boring. It's
so boring. Well, I'm here to carry the cheeky naughty stuff for everyone.
What have you been doing that's cheeky and naughty?
My Mucky Hope chocolate milk is almost ready and finalized, V.
Oh my gosh. That's so exciting.
So much experimenting. I'm going to form my own chocolate milk. I'll have to send it over in like a cardboard box to you guys or something,
Oh, do it.
Yeah.
Just a warm box that's
just a warm box of milk. No, but also I can't reveal too much, but I do have a very exciting job opportunity, which I'll discuss with both of you after this live stream, that could mean some amazing things and could lead down certain paths. So stay tuned for all that. All will be revealed in time. But until then, subscribe for Cheeky Naughty Times. We've got great Survivor content coming up, as well as the Traitors content. I've been your host, Mucky. Hope Kakitao, everyone. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Take it easy, guys. Ciao.